Hey guys, this is your boy Hackmack coming to you live from another video of mine. This is going to be a review, somewhat of not really of a spoiler, but a review on the manga I just finished reading. If you saw my other video, you saw that I was reading Blades of the Immortal, and I just have to say this book is fantastic. This is omnibus number 1, as you can tell, made by published by Dark Horse, and Arthur was Hiroaki Samura. And I just want to say this book is fantastic. I mean, I was a little spectacle about buying it, but man, let me tell you, I've watched many when I'm trying to build my manga collection. I saw a bunch of people recommend this book, and I've seen them all in their shelves, everything. And people say this is one of the greatest mangas of all time, considered one of the greatest, because everybody has different opinions. But let me tell you, for me, this omnibus right now, number 1 of Blades of the Immortal, I just have to say, and I cannot emphasize this the most, this book is fantastic. I highly recommend it. I very like if you love a story driven manga that just grasps you and has just so much emotion in its writing, and it's very poetic, and I like it a lot. I'm definitely going to get omnibus 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8. I think there's 8 omnibuses. um I really like it. I think this was like I said, I emphasis on I want if you want a recommendation for a book, manga to read, definitely suggest Blaze of the Immortal. Um, I guess when doing a review, a lot of people think spoilers are necessary. Or like a little. I'm gonna do a little bit of a glimpse of the book, more than a kind of a spoiler. All I'm gonna say is it's about a man, a man who was given the nickname. His name is Manji, or even if that's his real name, because he goes by several names. But he's considered an immortal because of the stories passed down through the battlefield and through the cities and the country that they are in. That he can't be killed. He's the man that killed 100 men. And in the beginning of the story, it shows you why he was considered the 100-man killer, the immortal. They explain about him having a curse, and the reason why he can't die and stuff like that. And there's a tragic event that happened through his life that he must overcome. And this story is a redemption story that I believe so far. It's a redemption story because it goes from him talking about him not wanting to pick up the sword anymore, and he just wants to die. He wants to know death. What would you be in the world where you're given immortality basically, but you see everyone die, all your loved ones, everybody you cared about, that you died, but and you keep fighting, but you can't feel the sense of death. And he's I don't know how long he's been alive. They don't really give his age or anything like that. But how would you feel to be alive for almost 200 years or 300 years or so on and so on, and knowing that no one can kill you? I mean, some people are like, yeah, I want to be like that, but at some point, even in the manga, it tells you, there's a point in the manga, probably in the middle or whatever, it says, basically, he tells his feelings about being immortal. He talks about the pain it feels that he can't die, seeing the loved ones that he's had. It's not necessarily his story, but there's another guy you'll find out later, no spoilers, whatever. But he talks about the pain of death is all that will relieve him. His true happiness is to be finally dead. But but the thing is, to get the curse off for such and that, he makes a deal with a lady in the beginning, which you'll if you read the book manga, you'll know who she is. That he needs to kill 1,000 evildoers, evil people, evil criminals. And it pretty much flashes forward a couple months later to a girl named Ren, which you'll learn about her and her thing of what she was. She's so important and a key role into this in the manga. But she meets him, and he explains to her. She asks him to do a job, and such and such. And he says, she's like, I heard of you. You're the one that is cursed, and you need to kill 1,000 men. Blah blah blah. And he goes, well, why should I join you? If how do you know who's evil and who's good? Whose opinion and whose truths make it worth being evil or good? Like, you understand? It's whether or not your opinion of someone, your own virtues of whether what is right and wrong differs from every person, and everybody's opinion is different. So basically, he applies to be like, I reason why I haven't killed 1,000 people yet, because he could go out and kill all these people that he thinks are evil, but are they truly evil? You understand? Are they the ones really the ones that can get the curse basically away from him? Because just because he thinks they're evil because of his own opinion, are they truly evil? But basically it just goes from there, and then he does something, she does something, and then he realizes that he has to go and help her on this path that she's on, and pretty much trying not to give up any more of the story. But it just gets up. There's like four or five big fights that both have a little bit of a story to them, and they go into such a great. The Arthur goes into such a great backdrop for them, and they tells them why each one did what they did, who they are as individuals, why they did this, what their life's philosophy is, and and everything, and it's such a great thing to read, something that goes into such passion and such detail in life. The book is fantastic. I recommend it. I definitely love it. After reading the first omnibus, I'm not gonna lie to you, it leaves you off wanting more, and I really do like it. I'm not really good at reviews, I'm trying not to give you big spoilers, because I know myself, I hate spoilers, and I just want people to read it. I want to tell you that I enjoyed it. If you want me to go into more detail on certain aspects, if you read it already, and give you my opinion on things, you can leave a comment down below. But I'm going to recommend for the ones that haven't read this book, or are like, I don't know if I want to read it, it's going to be really my thing. Let me tell you something. I like shonens. I'm a very, I don't like Naruto, but I like My Hero Academia. I like Overlord. I like comedy. I like everything. But this book was so story driven. Such a great read that I definitely want to go to Barnes and Nobles and see if I can find number 2 and start reading that. I can't emphasize more. This book, I suggest you get it. I suggest you add it to your collection. You can, I think there are eight books out there. I don't recommend getting all 8. If you are hesitant to get this, get one. Get number 1. I'm going to advise you to get number 1, and tell you, if you like it, I suggest getting the rest. If you don't like it, you only wasted, maybe $20 buying the first one. I got this for, my friend's a Barnes and Noble member, and he helped me get it for like $17. You can get it from Books Depository for I think 13 or 14, but you have to wait like 2 weeks. But if you can't wait, go Barnes and Nobles, look it up. But I suggest this, man. I really do. Let me tell you, if you like artwork and stuff like that, I can show you a picture. Let me show you like one of the pictures I find amazing. Like, you see this, like, let me see if I can get this on the camera. You see this art. Look at this. It's just fantastic. Look, let me see if I can get you more. They show you art concepts and stuff like that in the book. See, it shows you. Look at that. and all that stuff. Look at it. It's just it's one thing after another. Look at, even shows you some pictures from artists that wanted to write in the book. Man, I enjoyed every minute of this book. I'm not trying. I understand how this book. I'm labeling this as a review, but I feel a review of this book is better left to be reviewed on your own. I believe I don't want to ruin the story for you. I want you to be encouraged to go get it, and invest into it, because this book, let me tell you, it hits you when you least expect it. It hits you in a way to where you can't believe a manga basically can hit you. It goes from serious stuff, to sad, to a life lesson, to whether you're judging your own beliefs, as in, like, you don't really think about these stuffs on a daily, to this book just putting it out there. I've stopped a couple of times in this book to think about, oh, what would I do in this situation? What is my belief? Could I do the things that they do, and all this stuff? This book, it was just fantastic. Again, I'm sorry that it might not be the review you're looking for, but again, I'm not a big fan of spoilers. But I do highly recommend this book. I'm telling you, if you love action, you love suspense, you love just a great driven story, I highly suggest Blades of the Immortal. I wanted to make this video short. I'm going into like 12 minutes. But I just want to encourage everyone that when you're going to pick up a manga, because the same thing happened here. I looked at the book and I was like, the cover grabbed me. And I know a lot of people hesitate to grab manga just by covers. But let me tell you, don't let anything deceive you. Man, a cover can grab you like a heartbeat. Because I've read some manga where you think it's going to be like something, but then it's totally different and it catches you by surprise, and it's refreshing. This book caught me off surprise. I thought it was just going to be some hack and slash, whatever. No, this book was fantastic. I'm definitely going to try to get number 2, and like I said, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8. And once I every omnibus, after I finish them, I will do a review just like this one to tell you, whether or not I stopped reading it, or whether I'm going to continue. But right now, the book just left me just wanting more, and I can't wait. And then once I read all 8, I definitely will do a real review on the book. And I'll make sure I put spoiler alerts and stuff like that and let you know. But this was more of a review to how I like the book. And I just want to try to encourage others that want to read the book and that are still on the fence, to suggest that this book was fantastic. The art's amazing. The concept of the book is fantastic. Great storytelling. Great like little nuggets of life. Great, very confrontational things that I could talk about. But this book was fantastic, worth reading. I know this is probably the end of my video. I just wanted to emphasis on what I'm planning to do next for my next video. Like I said before in my other video, I do play card games. I play Cardfight Vanguard, and I know in the recent video, a recent thing that just happened on Tuesday was a restriction list that just happened in Japan. I might be doing a video on that, talking about how I feel for the future of Vanguard in the United States, from whether or not I think premium is going to last, or standard is going to be the new hot thing. I'm probably going to try to touch on that. I just want to leave you with that. Hopefully you guys will subscribe and leave your comments in the below. I'd love to hear your opinions on what you think of Blade of the Immortals, and whether or not you like this video, or things I can fix. Definitely, if you're into Vanguard, also leave a message, and hopefully I'll be doing my video soon, maybe tomorrow or in the next 2 days. I'm trying to space out everything. This is me leaving you with the comment again. Get this book, fantastic, worth reading. If you want to go into more details, you just want to talk, leave a comment, and I'll get back to you, and we can have a deep discussion on Omnibus number 1 of Blades of the Immortal. worth getting. I suggest it a lot, man. Get it and read it and tell me how you feel.